Okay, question 10. A water pipe is leaking water. The owner of the pipe regularly measures the amount of water that leaks and enters it. As each value is entered is added to a total, the owner of the pipe wants to know when more than 1000 milliliters has leaked. Output the message, turn off the tap when more than 1000 milliliters of water has leaked. So it's important to read through the question before you start to pick it apart, especially with this one. It's a little bit more to this one. So let's go and have a look at what we need to do. So this indicates we can have a loop here because we have to regularly measure the amount of water that leaks and enter it, which is going to be our input. So we're repeatedly measuring the water and we're entering it. Okay. As we enter each value, and we need to add it to a total. We've got some processing there, and we've got some more processing here because we have to figure out when more than 1000 milliliters has leaked. And finally we're going to output this message, turn off the tap when more than 1000 milliliters of water has leaked. So we need a loop that's going to keep repeating until the total is greater than 1000. So we can go ahead and set up our while loop here. So while total is less than 1000, do. So we're basically saying, well, we're going to stop when we get to 1000. So while total is 1000. Now total needs an initial value or the loop won't start, because this is a while loop, so it's going to test the condition at the start of the loop. So we'll set total to 0 here, and we need to go ahead and declare that. So that's good. Our loop's going to start. When we're inside the loop, we're going to add the input. Let's call it water. Maybe you could call it water amount or amount water, something like that. Anyway, water will do. And then we're going to output a message here, tell them what they've got to do. That's really important. Once they've entered the water, we also need to start adding it to a total. Let's go ahead and declare that. So we've already set up the total, so we can now say total assign total plus water. So every time they enter a new amount of water, it's going to be added to the total. Okay, so that's pretty good. So that's going to keep going around, and we can end our while loop here. So we're just going to keep going around this, entering an amount of water, and you'll keep going until the total amount of water reaches 1000, and then it'll stop, or greater than 1000, then it'll stop. Now, we're very pleased with ourselves, but we haven't quite finished, have we? So remember, go back to our annotations. We haven't done the output, so it's important when the loop stops, we add our output there. Now we've got full marks. Now we could also do this using the repeat structure. Okay, again, you can see this time we still need to set the total outside of the loop, and the actual amount of code is very similar this time to the while loop. So both of them will be as efficient as the other pretty much for this one. So it doesn't really matter. So I think if you prefer using while loops, just stick to while loops, unless the question specifically says you must use repeat until, which you won't. Okay, right, let's stop this one and move on to the next one.